Have you seen the stunning evening skies lately? You know, when Venus and Jupiter come together in the evening, there is almost nothing quite as celestially beautiful as that combination. And it means good things for us this week as well. Aries friends, the cosmic spotlight falls on your home and your roots and heritage and lineage this week. Expect to receive some warmth and abundance and positive shifts in your family life or place of living situation. Let's find out some more. Friends, this is a video forecast for your sun, your moon, or your rising sign, and you can check out all three videos. They will tell you how the stars are going to affect your life this week here at Guiding Star Astrology. I'm Kesenya, and welcome to the Astro News and Weather Report for the second week of June 2026. Love or falling in love all over again with our partner, as the case may be depending on your circumstances, or it can also represent an expansion of your desires. It's all for our blessing this week, and aren't we ready for it? Let's take a bit of a deeper look at this combination of energies. Why this occurring in Cancer makes this an extra special conjunction, because the sign matters enormously this time around. Jupiter is only in Cancer every 12 years, and he's in his exaltation sign when he's there. So this is considered to be one of the most genuinely abundant Venus-Jupiter meetings in years. And we all know in astrological tradition, when there's a planet in its exaltation sign, it's said to perform at its very best and to even uplift the other planets around it. So Jupiter's in his sign of exaltation. It's going to bring out the finest qualities of Jupiter. Now, Jupiter in Cancer is creative, intuitive, generous, abundant, and very protective and supportive. Jupiter is actually the great protector of the solar system. Quite literally in astronomy, he sucks all the asteroids and debris in the outer solar system into his magnetosphere, which is enormous, and gobbles it all up, so we don't suffer from too much celestial debris in the inner solar system where we reside here on Earth. So thanks be to Jupiter for his protective qualities. Hence, I believe there's an association between Jupiter and Cancer. Perhaps that's the reason why he's exalted there. There is an association with protectiveness. Jupiter, the great protector of the inner solar system. Cancer, the great mother protective energy of that sign. Now, Venus in Cancer, what's that all about? Venus, when she's in Cancer, favors emotional safety over excitement, depth over flirtation, and home-centered intimacy over public displays of her usual romance. So it's a good time to deepen existing relationships under this transit, and any new relationships that's abound are out of Venus-Jupiter conjunction. And Venus-Jupiter conjunction was one of the reasons my husband and I got together. You need to have looked at our astrology for that, and I do have a video all about our astrological meeting available in the Patreon family. But any new connections that form with Venus conjunct with Jupiter will feel sort of familiar very quickly, like you've known this person longer than you actually have. You've seen them somewhere before, or met them somewhere before, and maybe you existed together in another lifetime. You know what? This is actually the second Venus-Jupiter conjunction in the sign of Cancer. The first one occurred back in August 2025, and as Jupiter prepares to leave Cancer for another 12 years, he won't be back in his exaltation for 12 years, more's the pity. This conjunction carries an energy with it of fruiting and fulfillment. So we've had the first conjunction in August 2025. This is the second and the last conjunction for another 12 years. So we have to stop and think, what was going on in our lives last August? And how are those themes somehow repeating or culminating or reaching their fruition for us now? If you keep a diary, which is so handy when you're studying astrology, if you keep a diary, you can refer back and see what was prominent in your life at that time. But in plain terms, this conjunction is the moment that blesses the heart, the home, family bonds, and emotional intimacy in a really big way. The two benefics uniting in the sign of Cancer. I'll tell you a little bit about the mythologies of these two planets. Most of us do know the stories of Zeus or Jupiter from Greek mythology, but did you know that in Latin, Jupiter is called Jove, and it's the root word for jovial, happiness, joy. And so Jupiter has always been associated with joy, but also good fortune and good company. His sacred bird was the eagle. And so oftentimes if you see an eagle in some important way in your life, if an eagle shows up, it's an omen from Zeus or an omen from Jupiter. It has Jupiter energy. The oak tree was also sacred to Jupiter as well. In fact, priests at his temple in Dodona would divine the future by listening to the wind moving through the sacred grove of oaks at that temple. I have to share with you, just because it gives me joy, my husband and I got married in an oak forest when we got married, and it was truly a very special, spiritual, beautiful time. We actually saw eagle omens on that day, which I just thought was glorious. Now, Venus mythology, or otherwise known as Aphrodite, she was born from the sea foam. There's a bit of a background story to that, but I won't go into that here. She's the goddess of love. She's the goddess of beauty and desire. Arguably, she's the most mythologically magnetic figure in the ancient Parthenon. Everybody loves the story of the beautiful Venus. But ancient sources noted that in certain cults, Jupiter was actually worshipped in close association with Venus. They were kind of 2 for 1 in many ways, reflecting this long-standing mythological pairing of two benefic divine forces. So here they are meeting in Cancer, almost at the projected degree of fixed star Procyon. Now they're meeting at 25 degrees. Procyon's projected degree is 26 degrees of Cancer. And this carries its own meanings. Whenever we see Venus crossing the projected degree of Procyon on the ecliptic, we can see in our environment, or if we're born with this placement, we might see a lot of it in our lives generally, that we get a lot of benefits from influential friends. They back us up, they support us, they put their money where their mouth is. Our friends come to our aid. It's also, Venus with Procyon is very favorable for gain. And we may see this around the 9th or 10th of June. You might be more prone to be able to receive gains and benefits. It's also time to receive favors and benefits from friends and acquaintances, and time for you to leave your mark on the world around the 9th or 10th in some way. Now, some people will see more success in their lives if they are working in fields to do with religious affairs or sports or politics. In fact, a lot of politicians do have Procyon prominent in their chart, for better or for worse. But this conjunction is a good one for financial gain when Venus is there. Now, when Jupiter is in a conjunction with Procyon, it can give us an inclination to travel. We might have many journeys. We might go on a big long trip. We can also see when Jupiter is here that sometimes it triggers some troubles from our relatives, or troubles from the church, or trouble with the law. So do keep that in mind. But despite all these potential troubles with Jupiter here, we also get help from friends when Jupiter is with Procyon. They come to our rescue once again. It's time when Jupiter transits across Procyon to embrace your own determination. And if you are a mature person, Jupiter with Procyon can bring about the manifestation of profit and success. People who are less high vibrational might find themselves entangled in some sort of legal upheavals. So my prayer for everybody is that they're going for the high vibe energy and receiving the benefits of the divine. Aries friends, here are the two great benefics meeting together in your 4th house. Home is where the blessing is this week, Aries, because Venus and Jupiter, the great benefics, are conjunct here, wrapping up your domestic world and your family life and your deepest emotional foundations in a genuinely abundant and harmonious energy. Blessings galore. Things that have felt unsettled at home begin to soften and resolve this coming week. And the warmth that you feel in your private world will be the direct result of the good that you've put into your closest relationships over time, particularly since August last year. This beautiful energy is great if you're planning any family gatherings or working on any home improvements or even looking to move home. Not that this energy behoves a shift, but it does suggest that if that's on the cards for you already by whatever's happening in your natal chart, it is auspiciously supported this week. It's also a great week for just simply allowing yourself to feel into an energy of safety and nurturance. Now, a financial opportunity connected to property or to family is also possible at this time, Aries. You are blessed. And even for some Aries people, an unexpected and welcome surprise could arrive through your home or domestic life in some way. What's not to love about that? Now, for those who like astrology that goes a little deeper, Venus is the lord of the 7th house and the 2nd house, coming into the 4th house and expanded and blessed by being with Jupiter here. While Jupiter is the lord of the 9th and the 12th house. What does this mean? Well, Venus being the lord of the 7th house means that your domestic life is likely to be blessed by a partnership or a collaboration or a marriage or a committed relationship that you happen to be in. That's where the blessing is going, and that's where the blessing's coming from, the 7th house. Also, Venus is the lord of the 2nd house. So this could mean financial benefits in your domestic life, in your home realm. You might have more money to spend on stocking that pantry this week or upgrading your home in some way, putting in a water saving device or adding a water tank to collect the rain. Things that pertain to the home that may require some financial outlay to improve your home situation are blessed and supported this week because of this energy. Jupiter also is a benefic here for our Aries friends because he rules the 9th house, and he's a benefic in general. But the 9th house is a house of good fortune. In Vedic astrology, it's a house of good karma. And of course, this brings good karma to your family life, your home life, your domestic life. It's going to feel more expansive, more blessed, more supported, and your emotions can be really uplifted as well, Aries. How lovely. Jupiter also in your chart rules the 12th house, which has to do with past lives and our deep psyche and our experiences that are imprinted on our psyche from past lives. So, my beautiful friends, you may like to consider that this week there might be something from the past coming back into your life to do with the family. There might be a conversation about a long-lost relative or the way grandma or grandpa used to be when your parents were children. And there might be some, not only conversations, but there might be an influence upon your home life that has to do with something you knew long ago. You might, for example, be shopping in a plant nursery and find that beautiful rose that used to sit outside your bedroom window when you were growing up. I had that experience happen to me the other day actually, and I snapped it right up because I hadn't seen that rose for sale in a very long time. That sort of thing. There is some harking back to the past to do with family, land, property, and resources. So my Aries friends, if you would like a reading with me to dive deep into your chart, places have now opened up for readings in July with me, but they are filling very fast. So if you would like one, head to the link in the description below if you would like a personal analysis of your chart and support for your life situation. Don't forget to hit that like button, subscribe, and share this video to help us reach more people with the Astro Good News and to curb that pesky algorithm to help all the astrologers out there on YouTube.